Really don't mind if you sit this one out. My words but a whisper, your deafness a shout.
Hello, welcome to the 28th episode of Bob Degree's Audio Stories. Tonight's going to be a twofer. You got, happens from time to time. This first one is inspired by the turtle, the sea turtle, and Finding Nemo. It's called The Flow. Love nourishes the soul, or perhaps simply replenishes what we share with others. Whatever the case, we all need a certain amount of it in our lives. Sometimes we tell ourselves it isn't worth the effort, but neither is getting up in the middle of the night to pour a glass of water for that cool, satisfying, thirst-quenching relief. Yet, we do it anyways. Love is no different. Without it, the warmth we surround ourselves with can fade, especially in moments of emotional emptiness, and it won't be there when we need it. It doesn't have to be the love of our life or someone we share a bed with. It can come from a person, an animal, or even an imagined being. Just a life force that understands how to give and share unconditional love. Some large families have abundance of it, while others, regardless of size, were never taught how to receive or give this valuable commodity. I have been taught how to give and receive, yet lately I feel though my receptors aren't working, or I'm simply not getting enough of life's fuel to move my gauge above empty. I have sporadic moments that give me hope, but then it feels as though there is a hole in my tank, letting everything pour and a leak right back out. So I'm determined to find the cause of this depletion. I know in order to receive, engagement is necessary, like working a job to earn a paycheck. What confuses me is that love seems easier to find in my youth. You pass by someone, share a smile, maybe a kind word, and sometimes gain a friend or something more. Either way, you are filling each other's tanks with the truest essence of life, love. So how do I find it now? Maybe through an adventure in the wilderness, a journey into outer space? Or should I focus on repairing the leak in the tank? Or should I first focus on repairing the leak within my own tank before I squander whatever love comes my way? I can open myself to moments that help me discover others, embracing the love that is shared, even if it feels like less than I need, trusting that the little given consistently is better than the greater amount all at once, with no certainty of when it will come again. 28, 29, 30. Ready or not, here I come. Watching children play hide and seek remind me that love can be as simple as a few minutes shared laughter and silliness. The simplicity of love is key. When our thoughts complicate life, they create holes in our tank. When we overthink instead of showing love, the flow of life becomes stagnant and directionless. Only by freely sharing the love and joy planted within each one of us by our Creator at birth, can that flow continue, nourishing everything along its path and allowing it to grow and flourish. Don't fight the flow. Let it take you where you were intended to be with the love we all deserve. As Buddha said, thousands of candles can be lit by a single candle, and the life of a candle will not be shortened. Love never decreases by being shared. That was the flow. I don't know, I didn't read it very well. I do apologize for that. But I'm pretty certain if I read it again, it probably wouldn't come out any better. But that's, it may sound like I'm sad, but it's more of a realization, that sometimes life takes you where you're supposed to be. You may not realize it at the moment, but when you arrive, all of a sudden you go, oh, yes, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. And you know what? In my life right now, I feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Now, the other 2 weeks ago, I wrote a story and read it for you about my spring message. And I wrote many spring messages, and just this is another one I wrote about the same time. It's called The Appreciation of Rebirth. Spring is amazing. The rebirth and regrowth, knowing whatever damage has been done by the harsh winter, Mother Nature not only has the ability, but the fortitude to bring things back better than they were in the fall. I love the perseverance of the positive, progressive energy that makes itself apparent as the first blades of green grass break through the soil, or when buds start to pop out on the limbs of trees that were once believed dead. A resurrection of sorts. Many of our seasons seem to have a connective tissue with some religious beliefs, like the resurrection that happens in the spring, which coincidentally is at the same time as Jesus being raised from the dead. Rebirth of energy promotes growth and the exhibition of excitement through a myriad of colors that slowly overtake our vision of dark grays and browns. Small animals find their way out of their winter siestas to bear offspring, which causes more of nature's vitality to shine. Birds take their cue from the sun, pack their bags, and fly back to our area from their winter homes, just in time to add the magical, wondrous scene that foreshadows the promise of a glorious summer. Familiar ruby-throated hummingbird stopped by my feeder as a sure sign Mother Nature is not putting her vehicle in reverse anytime soon. Maybe just to say hello to a familiar friend from when he was here last. Watching this part of the world come alive with the help of a spring snow that never lingers long, makes me feel there is sometimes more I can do. Just as that fleeting snow nourishes all that follows, leaving behind its quiet legacy, I wonder what my role in that cycle might be. Perhaps it's just to appreciate it, like how a magician needs an audience to amaze and inspire. So does God. Let's not forget, it's worth far more than the price of admission. Magic, it's all around us. I wonder why blinders keep us from noticing it all the time. I think if the blindfolds of life were not covering our souls, we would insist upon soaking in every drop, much like a gigantic sponge, savoring and appreciating it, even when the leaves drop off our beloved limbs and the dark grays and browns reappear. There's my twofer tonight. It's Friday. It's not as nice here in Vermont as it has been. Matter of fact, today was like 50 something, 53, 52. Tomorrow is supposed to be like 50-ish. Sunday is supposed to be in the 40s. Still spring weather, but not as friendly as the weather has been as of late. A couple of new things. Please go visit my website. It's robertdegree.com. There's an interview about the upcoming book, The Planted Seed. Just arranged one of the first book signing events, which would be the 19th of June at Mazza's store, Dick Mazza's store in Colchester, Vermont, 4 to 6 p.m. What else? There's plenty more coming. We're in the midst of scheduling a whole bunch of events where you can come and share how much you love or hate anything that I have done. Maybe get a copy of The Planted Seed and I'll happily sign it. I'm a hugger, so even if you want a hug, I'll give you one of those too. So anyway, signing off. It's Friday the something or other. What's today? Friday the 1st? Is today the 1st of May? I think it's the 1st of May. And which means it's May Day, I think. It's a pleasure to come to you every week, and it's not lost on me, and I appreciate every single one of you being here. If you like my stories, please subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have a friend, a relative, a mother, brother, father, sister who you think might like these, turn them on to it. Oh, by the way, we're getting closer and closer to our goal of 50 subscribers. I know it's not much yet, but we're growing as a collective, as a family. We're growing, and that's a good thing. So I love you all. God bless.